Hello there, I'm Daz. This time I am making a walkthrough of Lost Knife Cave / Hideout. This can be the destination for quite a few of the Radiant quests. And apart from that, there are a couple of skill books at this location. We can find Words and Philosophy for the two-handed skill, and Orsinium and the Orcs heavy armour skill. Now I am also here on this quest, which is Creation Club content and part of the Anniversary Edition. That's the version of Skyrim I am playing on. So I'm looking for a bandit leader and hoping to claim the HEADMAN'S Cleaver, which is a unique two-handed orcish weapon, which actually does the same damage as a Daedric battle axe. Now, even if you have the Anniversary Edition, you can't just turn up here looking for this cleaver. You need to actually obtain this quest, Blood in the Water, from the innkeepers dotted around Skyrim. After obtaining the mission from the innkeepers, you will then need to read this note. Letter from Shogar's Grow Battle. And there we are. Once you've done that, you too will be able to get your hands on the HEADMAN'S Cleaver. And I'll have a close look at that at the end of this video. Right now, I'll have to make do with the Bloodscarl blade. And I'm sure I'll cope just fine.
So, you're saying you fight? Won't leave here alive.
Yeah, so the bandits here aren't going to be much of a challenge for me. This bandit here has the key Lost Knife Cave key. I can't even say that. Lost Knife Cage key. I'm going to leave it there because I want to practice my lockpicking later on.
What was that? Thought I heard something. Lost friend.
Right, so I'm just running through here without any stealth. Obviously, we have our first skill book, Words and Philosophy, two-handed skill. I've already read this one, and we are right there on the map. I'm now going to drop down here and go for a bit of a swim because there is a concealed area. Hopefully I can find this without too much trouble. And I think this is the one. And we should have an unlocked chest and a random chest piece. Lovely Amulet of Dibella. And we have Orcish Scaled Armour. You can sometimes also find vampire fish, I think, in this water, or perhaps it's dire fish. Dire fish, yes, I think that's the correct answer. We can get back up this way, and if you've cleared out the bandits, you can do some legit fishing.
Never should have come here.
Yep, talk is cheap. So there is a trap to avoid. Well, chimes to avoid as well. This sets off a rock fall. So I'm heading into this back area first. This is quite easy to miss, actually.
Looks like we got ourselves a hero.
76 gold and 1 more gold for good measure on the table. We're not going to get rich on that. Right, so now we head to Lost Knife Hideout.
Looks like the boss is at it again.
Is someone there?
It's a bad time to get lost, friend.
So if we head back out this way, I'll sneak a little bit for the first time. This is very dark, but we can find an unlocked chest.
Got that secret magic.
Hopefully you can see where I am.
Yeah, wish I could turn wood to gold. What was that?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything too noteworthy unless you are hunting around for ingredients. There is another chest down here. And we're about to grab our second skill book.
Never should have come here.
Which is right here on this table. Orsinium and the Orcs. Heavy armour. Oh, almost forgot. There is a knapsack hiding behind this pot. Gold ring, the only thing of note. So I'm crouching again, and if we drop down with this waterfall we can find a master locked chest. I'll try and pick this. I've got a decent lock picking skill, but if it's looking too tricky I'll leave it alone. Got you. Not the best. So now it's action time.
Waiting for. I know you want to kill me. Fight! Your chance. Go ahead, try and come back. Fight!
Got you. So I'll grab. Wondered where that had gone. So I'll take a look at that in just a moment.
Gods! Damn you! Lucky! What you gonna do, huh? What you... Just stand still!
Yeah, I couldn't work out where that clown was. He seemed to be hiding under that ramp. So that took longer than it needed to. Sorry about that. At least we got some decent loot in that one. So you can get a little bit of lockpicking practice if you wish. Yeah, the expert ones are quite easy for me. The master one was a bit more bother. Alright, so I think I've got everything of note. There is still some work to do, because there's a couple of enemies left. Yep, so I have completed Blood in the Water successfully.
What was that?
So we have another chest here. I think there's a random sword. I was expecting another enemy, perhaps they already dropped down when I was making a lot of noise earlier on.
What was that? Time to end this little game.
Haha, there we are.
Time to...
Okay, so I think I'll leave it there. I'll just have a quick look at the weapon. HEADMAN'S CLEAVER. Lovely. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.